This podcast is recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, who were our first teachers and storytellers. I extend my respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Welcome to the Habit Nerd podcast. I'm Dr. Bree Hearn, and if you're interested in habits, those tiny, powerful behaviours that shape who we are and what we achieve, you've absolutely landed in the right place. Join me each week as I interview a wide range of experts, dive into evidence-based strategies, and give you practical tools to help you build habits that stick and break the ones that hold you back. This podcast is recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, who were our first teachers and storytellers. I extend my respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Welcome to the Habit Nerd podcast. I'm Dr. Bree Hearn, and if you're interested in habits, those tiny, powerful behaviours that shape who we are and what we achieve, you've absolutely landed in the right place. Join me each week as I interview a wide range of experts, dive into evidence-based strategies, and give you practical tools to help you build habits that stick and break the ones that hold you back. Hi there, and welcome back to a fresh new season of Habit Nerd. Here we understand that habits are the silent architects of our lives and that there is a whole body of science behind how to overcome the bad ones and how to make good habits stick long term. I'm so grateful to have the company of both my loyal listenership. Thank you for joining me again, and a big welcome back. And a really warm Habit Nerd welcome to new listeners and to new friends. All I hope is that in each episode you find one new way of seeing or way of being, and that will make today a little bit better than yesterday. And that brings me to the theme of today's episode, which is a simple framework of 5 M's to give you a really super good chance of a successful year. Project your mind to December of this year. God willing, we're going to reach December either way. So you can either have a year's worth of progress or a year's worth of excuses. It really is up to you. I hope that you'll see this episode as both empowering, but really quite simple and actionable. So that said, let's dive into our first M, and that is mornings. You may have heard the saying, win the morning, win the day. It's a well-known saying and it holds so much truth, but yet so many of us self-sabotage by hitting snooze multiple times, or grabbing our phone first thing, scrolling social media, which only leads us to feel bad about ourselves, or compare ourselves to others, or feel a sense of regret. We might check our email and all of a sudden we're feeling rushed and urgent, and we've got everybody else's problems flooding our attention. Or you might check the news and you'll get depressed about what's unfolded overnight. The good news is the fix to those sorts of mornings is quite simple. And even 1 or 2 small but mindful actions in the morning can set your day on a really positive trajectory. You can consciously curate your day. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The day starts the night before. So do everything you possibly can to get in a good quality sleep. And then if you do want to win the morning, choose 1 or 2 positive habits and build the consistency before you raise the intensity. The first thing you could try is once you're awake, don't have your phone anywhere near you, so not within arm's reach. I know myself, I like to charge my phone on the carpet over in the corner of my bedroom where there is a power point. I can still hear my alarm, so I don't have that excuse, but it also means that to be able to look at my phone, I have to physically get out of bed, unplug it, get into my phone and start scrolling. So there's a very helpful barrier there between me and that. So have a think about if looking at your phone first thing is a problem for you. It's a problem for everyone, and let's face it, most of us do look at our phone first thing. It's almost a reflex. Try and put a barrier in between you and being able to reach it so simply. Another thing you could try is to hydrate. Have a big glass of water before even looking at your morning cup of coffee. I interviewed Anna Ferguson last year, and she gave me a really helpful hack to add a pinch of sea salt to your water, and that really supercharges the hydrating effects of it. I know myself, I've tried to have my water bottle next to my bed on my bedside table, and therefore, as soon as I wake up, I roll over and I have a big gulp of water. I'm generally really thirsty, so it's something that I definitely need, but I need to have it within arm's reach, because otherwise I might be tempted to go downstairs, go into the kitchen and have a cup of tea or coffee before I do that hydration. So maybe you'd like to work on your hydration in the morning. Another thing you could try in the mornings is to visualize your day unfolding in an ideal way. The idea here is to lean into the good feelings of things going better than you could ever have imagined. I really like the advice of Gabby Bernstein here. She has got 4 questions that she likes to ask herself. I have these on a post-it that I go back to often. The first one is, who do I want to be today? So you might want to be a calm presence. You might want to be a loving parent. The second question is, how do I want to feel today? You might want to feel energetic. You might want to feel a sense of peace. The third question is, what do I want to give today? An answer might be something like, I want to give kindness. And the final question is, what do I want to receive today? And you might answer, I want to receive inspiration. I want to receive abundance. So those 4 questions again. Who do I want to be today? How do I want to feel today? What do I want to give today? And what do I want to receive today? It's just a way to really set an intention for the way that you want to show up. And of course, once we set our intention towards something, our reticular activating system in our brain will then filter out anything that's not that. And as I said, if you can visualize the day working out better than you could have ever imagined, there is a really positive, good feeling about that. And that is such a lovely way to start your day on a really positive foot. There are some other additional morning practices that you might like to embed. One might be to say a morning prayer or intention, such as, thank you, universe, for revealing to me what is of the highest good for all today. There is a prayer from the Course in Miracles that I like, and it says, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom? I remember when I interviewed Lael Stone last year, that is her morning habit. She lies in bed or she sits up and she puts her hand across her heart and she says, where am I needed today? And she tunes into what the answer is. And she says that sense of quiet and that sense of calm and asking herself that question has never failed to put her on the right track of where her energy and her intention is best used for at least that morning, if not for the whole day. You might like to say an affirmation like, I focus my attention on the love that is all around me, and I expect things to go right. A few other morning ideas for our M for mornings that could help you in the day is to get sunlight first thing in the morning. There's a lot of research around this. Even better if you can get outside and get some vitamin D into your eyes. A lot of people benefit, and I'm one of those people, from exercising in the morning, but make sure it's in a form that makes you feel good. It needs to not be a punishment, and that exercise can absolutely include things like stretching or yoga. Breath work is another really lovely morning ritual. There is a methodology behind what's called morning pages. This is where you basically scribble down in a journal, and it must be handwritten, and it gets your anxieties out for the day. So it's just stream of consciousness, whatever you were thinking about, worrying about, wanting to get down, wanting to remember, something you're looking forward to, whatever you feel, there's something about getting that out of your head, into your hand and onto the page that really sets you up for a really fabulous day. And the final thing, habit nerds, is to just think about any quiet ritual that is just yours. So anything that feels good and belongs just to you, and it can be anything, because that is a very deliberate choice to set up your morning so that your day follows in a calm, in a really intentional way that you have been deliberate about curating. That might be sitting with a cup of tea and doing some reading. It might be just going outside and taking some deep breaths. It might be a quiet stroll around the block. Whatever it is, the idea is it's for you, and it's before everybody else wakes up or you get into work and all of a sudden it's about everyone else's priorities. So Habit Nerds, our first M to set yourself up for a really fabulous year is mornings. The second one is meals. Make 2026 the year that you become even a little bit more mindful around your meals. A few ideas is you could try and pre-plan so that you avoid skipping meals and then grabbing a convenient, processed, high-sugar food when you feel your energy waning throughout the day. I feel a bit overwhelmed when I think about M for meals because I look at 21 meals and 14 snacks across the week. But, as ever, starting with a small change is absolutely the best way to go about this. So the small changes for you, and certainly I'm going to take heed of this advice, is to try and put a source of protein in all meals and all snacks where I can. That will keep me from getting hungry, and it will support my muscles, and everybody knows that protein is really the golden macro. Choose something in its most natural form when you can. So that means something without a package. Have nourishing snacks, so things like nuts and seeds and dried fruit on hand. Have them in your work bag, in your drawer at work, maybe in the fridge, or in the car glove box. Because having nourishing snacks that make you feel good will really stop that craving and make you not go to the vending machine or through the drive-through, and it will sustain your energy for longer. And an obvious one, but one we always need a reminder for, is drink more water. Keep your drink bottle full and handy everywhere you go, because hydration really improves everything. So my second M for a fabulous 2026 is meals. My third M, Habit Nerds, is media. You might be a bit surprised by this one, but the most effective, high-performing and successful people that I know have something in common, and that is that they create more than they consume. And one of the most toxic things that we consume is the wrong people and wrong accounts through media, and social media most specifically. So if somebody or something makes you feel bad about yourself, what you look like, what you do or you don't have, or where you are in your life, you should feel empowered to unfollow them or to mute their accounts. Your attention is a really important currency, and what you give your energy to is actually within your control. So think about, in terms of media, muting distractions and following creators and thought leaders who actually make you smarter, or that actually empower you with new ideas. So that's the third M. So far, we've had mornings, meals, and media. I wonder if you can guess what the last two are. Number 4 is movement. An uncomfortable truth is that your body is keeping score. So let's not overcomplicate this. Sitting is the new smoking. So a successful life is dependent on you moving your body. The good news is, if you haven't done any exercise for a long while, even gentle walking once you start again, you will see the benefits really quickly. If you have a complex problem to solve, if something is worrying you, if you feel your energy draining and waning, going for a walk, even for 10 or 15 minutes, will do more than staying still and overthinking. It's simple, but it is true. Everything feels better after you've moved your body. If I haven't convinced you yet, Strength training has so many long-term benefits beyond the session itself. And if nothing else, it's proof to yourself that you can do hard things. So go and do some resistance training or embed some weight training, some strength training in your week. And habit nerds, again, you've heard me say this before, rest days are part of the strategy. So this year, yes, inject some intentional movement, but make sure that you include intentional rest in your schedule as well. And we've gotten to our 5th M for a successful year, and that is mission. Habit nerds, without purpose, you're just busy. My business name, some of you might not know, is Know Your Why Learning, because the why to me is everything. The difference is busy is passing time. It's ticking things off, it's checking boxes. But mission, that is building towards something meaningful, something impactful, something important. In terms of mission, I'm going to ask you a big question. If you keep doing what you're doing today, where will you be in 5 years? If the answer excites you, keep going. If the answer scares you or it depresses you, it might be time to make some adjustments. So think about that question again. Your mission is what is important to you. It's about moving forward in a purposeful direction. And if I keep doing what I'm doing today, where will I be at the end of the year? Where will I be at the end of 5 years? So this was a very short episode to start off our season 2 of the Habit Nerd podcast. Your 2026 can be amazing if you focus on the gift to yourself of these 5 M's. Mornings, meals, media, movement, and mission. I really do hope that your habits within each of the 5 M's lead you to amazing places. If you've enjoyed the episode, if you've gotten something from it, please share it with a friend. And as always, get in contact with me over at The Habit Nerd on Instagram. Until we connect next week, take care. Thanks for being here for another episode of the Habit Nerd podcast. I am so grateful for your time. If you enjoyed it or gained a fresh perspective, please share it with a friend, or maybe you feel like giving it a 5-star review, which will take you less than 30 seconds. I do love all of my habit nerds, and I see you showing up every day as your wonderful selves. So until next time, take care.